Hi, my name is Angela Langrick, also known as the Cookbook Cook on some social media handles. And I signed up to be an independent consultant through Pampered Chef just a few weeks ago and wanted to share everything I got in my kit, just so you could kind of see what it looks like hands-on. So I think one of the most exciting things about, because I do love cooking, is my new Pampered Chef apron. So this is going to go on my apron hook that's right behind this camera here, and I will wear that proudly. You get a box full of kind of paperwork stuff. They give you recipes for success, which is just a little guidebook explaining kind of how to set up some of your business, how to get different things going within it. They also send some product info cards and explain sort of the advantages or unique benefits that are from the Pampered Chef products in your kit. So when you're either doing videos like this one or meeting with customers, you can explain what can be helpful about those different products to your customers. They also give a couple of recipe cards to use with whichever kit you buy. I got the cast iron skillet kit. It was kind of number 2 tier, if you will, in price range. And they give you some ideas of what you can make. I've already made a pork chop and a vegetable recipe that I found on pamperedchef.com to try out some of my products already. They also give you some success rewards to kind of track your rewards that you earn along the way. There's different, if you meet different sales things throughout, if you meet different sales things within the certain time frames, you can earn different products, which is exciting. They also included a little sweet basil rub and a recipe card to go with that. This is part of the taste bud subscriptions that they have. You would get 3 of these packets every month along with the recipe card to match each one of them. And I've had it for the last year and it's been great, giving me different ideas for what to make. All the recipes are super easy. They're very flavorful. I highly recommend it. They give me a couple of the season's best. They always do a little cookbook every time they come out with a new product set, and to give you ideas of what to make using their different products. And then the last thing in that box is the catalog. I signed up in January of 2024, so these are still the fall winter of 2023. So that's everything within the box. And then as far as your tools that you get, they have the chef's coated knife, and they come with this really handy safety feature of the cover, so you're not if you have it in a drawer or something, you're not worried about trying, getting your fingers on that. So I've used this a couple of times already. Cuts really well. It's not super heavy, so if that's a concern, that might be a nice knife for you. There are some flexible cutting mats. The new kits in February onward will just have one of these. I still ordered in January, so got all 3. They have a coating on the back, which is non-skid. So if you have them on the countertop, they're not going to slide everywhere, which is super helpful. They have little markings across the top, so you can use them to measure stuff if it needs to be a certain thickness or length or whatever. They do that. There is a trick with these. I've already taken off there's a coating on the back, like a plastic cover. I did not know this. I had a set of these already that I had earned as a free product just from buying Pampered Chef over the years. And I was like, gosh, these things really slide around. And then I realized that there's a plastic cover that's on the back. So definitely take that off when you get them. Here are the kitchen shears. They have a little lock on the bottom. Once you unlock that, they open up. So I think I usually see people using them this way. So they're super easy to cut. You can use it to shred meat in a bowl if you're trying to do a chopped salad, chop up some veggies roughly, those can be a nice quick way to do that. They sent a Southwestern seasoning mix. I have not tried this one, so I'm excited to try that with Mexican type dishes. They have their very famous mix and chop. This tool has been around for a very long time. This is actually my original one. The other one that they got in the kit, I have still in the packaging. I might give away as a freebie or something for one of my parties. Super useful tool to grind up meat that you have in a pan. It just makes it super easy, super fast to do that kind of thing. These I also already have, the teaspoon and tablespoon that are adjustable. So these the little black thing moves up and down. And then since I'm wearing black, it's hard to see, but there's little measurements here. So you basically make your scoop however big that you need it to be for whatever you're making. Then that way, if you need a 1/4 teaspoon, a 1/2 teaspoon, and a full teaspoon of something, you don't need 3 different spoons, you just use 1. I do recommend, if the order doesn't matter in your recipe, do your dry ones first and then your wet. Because if you do your wet first, the dry will stick inside. So just a little tip. Same thing with the tablespoon. They have the markings, move it up and down to adjust it, make it the size you need. These little things do come off. They clip on and off, so you can just throw them in the dishwasher, and then that way it can get clean underneath if anything gets underneath that. The garlic press tool is here. Very simple. You just put your garlic clove in the little slot, push it down, and then it will mince it for you. You don't have to peel it before you put it in. You can put it in with the peel on, and it somehow magically pushes it out. And there is also a little brush that comes with it to clean out the holes in here, because I'm seeing that there's a little bit of stuff stuck in there from when I used it the other day, even though I put it in the dishwasher. So that will easily kind of get out all those little pieces, because it is pretty finely minced. Next is the, I think that's called the citrus press. I always think of it as a lemon squeezer because that's what I use it most for. This is a super helpful tool to juice any citrus, lime and lemon mostly. It's probably not quite big enough for a grapefruit, but then you can get the most juice out of everything. For lemons, it'll catch the seeds, so you don't have to worry about that, and even catches some of the pulp if you don't want something super pulpy. I think this is called the mini scraper. These tools are just always so useful to have a bunches of in your kitchen. I used lots of tools like this when I was doing all the holiday cooking a few months ago. So always super helpful to have. You can never have enough. Here are their kitchen tongs, and these have a neat little mechanism. So if you have it up, it locks, and then if you turn it over and push them, it unlocks automatically. And the same thing, if you turn it back up, push it together, it will lock. So that's kind of a neat little feature. So you're not having to use your second hand. Some of the ones I have now have a little lever on the bottom that you're having to open a lot. So these you can do one-handed, which is super helpful. The last two things, the Rapid Prep Mandolin. This thing is a favorite. I got this thing 2 years ago. So this is actually my original one. The other one is still in the box. Again, for maybe somebody's really, really lucky day giveaway. It's just a super helpful tool. I would like to do a video and actually demo this. I don't have anything to chop right now, but it basically opens up, sits on your counter. This handle, you will twist and open it. So that way, this kind of locks your blade in place when you're not using it. And then your blade is under this cover. You just open that up. And then as you can see, there's the blade as you push it down. Then, to keep your hand away from the blade, is a little chute that you put into place, and then this helps you guide the food down. So your hand is never near the blade, always super far away from it, very helpful. And then you'll set the little tray on the back, and then it will catch all your food as it comes out of the back here. And this is really helpful because there's 8 different thicknesses. I think they're measured in millimeters that you can set it to. So you can do super thin and a little bit thicker. There's also 3 different ways to cut. So the open circle is just the blade up and down. So it's kind of slicing it, big slices. And then the other 2 julienne it. So kind of think of like a French fry cut or a dice, depending on how you've chopped up your vegetable. I always take a peek down in here, and you're not going to be able to see it very well in the light. But if you look down in here after you've switched your dial, you can kind of guess and see what shape it's going to come out. I also recommending just doing like 1 chop with it and seeing how it comes out. And then if that's how you want it to be chopped, then go ahead and do more, but don't do a bunch and then look, just do 1. And then once you're done, you just take this little lever, this pops back off, and it goes back in the, where the food comes out, you close it back up, and it hooks back together. So it's pretty nicely contained, super safe, so you're not having your hand right by a blade or anything like that. And then lastly is the 12-inch cast iron skillet. So these are super beautiful product. This should last forever. So this is a really great, I used it to make pork chops the other night. It seared them beautifully, and then cooked the veggies in here as well. I do have to watch, I'm not used to cooking with cast iron as much, that even when you turn down the heat on your stovetop, your cast iron retains heat, which is a good thing, but is not a good thing if your vegetables are cooking too quickly. So I'll have to become a little more proactive with turning down the heat or whatnot. So that is all I have to show you. I would love to make some more videos like this in the future. Again, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube, all at The Cookbook Cook, as well as my blog, which is thecookbookcook.blog. And I would just love to share my journey with you. Thanks. Bye.